The 9th lecture, the calligraphy. Vertical fold, vertical lift, and diagonal fold.
Hello, classmate.
I am the teacher of the introductory class of brush calligraphy, Jiangsu. Welcome to lesson 9. In this class, you will learn 3 strokes, which are vertical fold, vertical lift, and diagonal. Before the lecture,
I'll tell you a story.
a story about Wang Zixi's apprenticeship in Tiantai Mountain. Before Wang Shizi wrote Lanting Shu, he was obsessed with Tiantai Mountain in Zhejiang,
He practiced many characters and washed brushes,
and even dyed a clear pool black with ink.
forming an ink pool.
One day, a fairy cloud floated. An old man with white hair came to him with a smile, saying that his calligraphy was good.
Wang Shizi humbly asked,
Saying, "Please give me more advice." Seeing Wang Zixi's sincerity,
took a pen,
wrote a character on Wang Zixi's palm, saying that by learning this,
it will be useful later. Then he left. Wang Shizi reflected on the character Yang written on his palm. He practiced with pen, writing and practicing.
finally, he understood the strokes of the word. The strokes and structure of square characters
Are all reflected in this character. It said,
the 8-stroke method of Chinese calligraphy, Yongzi Bafa.
were passed down by Wang Shizi.
Although it is a folk legend. But since ancient times, writing practice,
But also the heart. I hope you can learn from it.
the persistence of learning.
Okay, let's get back on track. Let's start to learn the first stroke of today, vertical fold.
In Lecture 9, let's talk about the first stroke first. Fold it vertically. The vertical strokes are the short vertical strokes on the left. A short vertical on the left and then a horizontal. Then the connection in this place. We can do it in one lump sum. Pay attention to brushwork. Write vertically short after this side. Bring the pen to the left a little bit and press down. Hold the stroke and enter the state of writing horizontally. When we write horizontally, we press the pen down. Okay. You can write horizontally at this time. Stroke connections should be natural. Pay attention to the position of the stroke when the vertical drawing is closed. Okay, when you put it away, adjust the pen to the left a little bit, but don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Right? Another one at this time. The action of writing horizontally. Press it down. Okay. Push it out to the left. Next, stroke vertical lift. There are 2 ways to write vertical mention. The first way to write it is done in one stroke. Stand up and take it to the left. Press down. Then, instead of writing horizontal, go up. Propose to pay attention to the front. The front must be strong, and the virtual tip cannot appear. Make the strokes look thin and brittle. The second way is to write in 2 strokes. Okay. Pull it away. Away. At this time, the starting position of the pen should be lower to the left. Press down, press up to push out and catch the end of the vertical. Then this drawing is compared to the previous writing method. It becomes more pronounced, and the strokes are longer. I'll write the two methods again for everyone to compare. Vertically down, short, to go, push down, left. After resisting, the stroke is lifted up. Note that the stroke is naturally put away. The second, catch and lift up. The next stroke is a diagonal. The stroke of the diagonal is very short and compact. The strokes are very closely connected. Write a left slash. The stroke can't be long. After the break, it's on its left. The position should be noted that it is not below its tail, but rather a little above the end of the stroke. Cut down and push out to catch the left stroke. The connection between these two strokes should be tight. Let's look at some incorrect writing methods. Okay, we can find that although these strokes are connected, but they are not connected tightly, and it seems that they can be separated at any time. We need to make these two strokes look firmly connected together. Okay. The strokes should be firmly connected. The direction of the left falling stroke is basically towards the lower left, the lift stroke. Some are more slanted and some can be flatter. The lift should be short. Next, I will
choose some examples from Juking Palace to demonstrate and explain a few examples.
3 strokes of vertical fold, vertical lift, and diagonal.
Shon character. The first vertical stroke is a bit longer and be strong. The left vertical is short. The connection of the vertical and horizontal. Tilt upward. The last vertical stroke is slightly higher than the short vertical, and the stroke should be stronger. Finally, connect the end of the horizontal and stick out a bit. Finish it. Chung and chung. The traditional form. Note that the two horizontal strokes, the distance between the vertical and horizontal is even right. The long stroke, thin in the middle, heavy at both ends. The two vertical strokes are basically on a line. The surname, she. The short, horizontal stroke is far from it. And the lift is longer. The diagonal horizontal stroke is obvious. Extend the hook. Start from the inside and pull down to the right. To make the strokes look stretched out, the position of the final dot is higher. The short horizontal stroke starts higher and less of the bottom is exposed, making the head longer to look energetic. The two strokes should be close. The position of the final dot should be slightly lower to stabilize the center of gravity. Left shoulder is on the left side of the stroke. The dot is heavier and lower down. Short, horizontal, and vertical, the vertical stroke.
The last horizontal stroke should be longer.
Okay, today's lesson.
We have learned vertical fold, vertical lift, and vertical fold. I hope you can follow the demonstration requirements.
Observe and copy more.
See you next class.